Dear student, welcome to all of you in my online maths video class. Today I am going to start a new topic, that is the complex number. Here it's my suggestion, just before starting the complex number you must go through the revised syllabus given for this year 2020-21. There are some topic which is not mentioned in the syllabus of this year. Therefore, you should be careful. Okay. Here, complex number is chapter 5, and the video will be complex number means first video class. In this video class, we will discuss about the introduction of the complex number and standard form of the complex number, real and imaginary part of the complex number, and one more thing. Here, before starting this, from where the concept of complex number come into this suggest we should think about this. Dear student, in class 10, I think you learned about the discriminant represented by D, that is b square minus 4ac, and you know where it is used? Quadratic formula, that is also known as Sridharacharya formula. Quadratic formula for finding the root of quadratic equation, that is x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Remember, if the value of this discriminant is less than 0, in this case, this value will be what? Negative. It means it will be minus b plus minus under root negative value by 2a. And in this case, the root of the quadratic equation is not real. Okay? When the value of discriminant is negative, we just find here that the root of the quadratic equation is not real. Okay? Means the root in this case will be imaginary. And this was not in the syllabus of 10th class. Okay? But here in 11th class, now it is in our syllabus. When we discuss about the quadratic equation, we will deal regarding this topic also. Okay? It means when under root will be negative, this value is related to the complex number. Okay? This is the first thing which we relate from previous knowledge to this coming topic. Again one more thing. If we write here x square, then its value may be equal to 0 also, and its value will be always greater than 0. It is not possible that its value is less than 0. Is it possible? Never. Not possible. Means we can write here that value of x square is non-negative always. Value of x square is always non-negative, means always greater than 0 or maybe equal to 0. Always greater than or equal to 0. The value of x square is never negative. What is the condition? When x is a real number. There is no real number whose square is less than 0. Is possible? No. Now, if we want to solve x square minus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 1, x square is equal to 1, and x is equal to plus 1 and minus. There will be two root that will be +1 and -1. But the problem will be started, when the value of x square plus 1 is equal to 0. In that case, x square will be equal to -1, and here the root will be not real. Okay, the root will be not real. From here, x square x is equal to under root -1. Okay, and this is not real. Under root -1 is not real. Under root 1 is real. Under root -1 is not real. Here x square plus 7 is equal to 0. X square plus 5 is equal to 0, implies that x is equal to minus under root -5. X is equal to under root -7, because x square is equal to 5, then x is equal to under root -5, and here x square is equal to 7 -7, then x is equal to under root -7. This type of root is what? Not real. Not real. Okay? This type of roots and this type of numbers is the part of complex number, which we will discuss in this topic, that is called complex number. Now, there was a mathematician Euler, who think that under root -1 means square root of -1 as I. Square root of -1 as I, and this is known as iota. Means Euler was the first one who gave the concept of square root of negative number. That is called negative number, or here in this concept we can say square root of -1 and give the name that is I, which is stand for iota. Means under root I is equal to iota. From here we can get I square means -1 under root -1 whole square is equal to -1. Okay, if I is equal to under root -1, then I square is equal to -1. Okay, then I raised to the power 4 is equal to I raised to the power 4, square root of this side will be 1. Means I is equal to -1. I square will be I is equal to under root -1. Then I square is equal to -1, and I raised to the power 4 is equal to plus. We will discuss like this power of I in after some time. Okay, here this is called the iota, and here sometime we also use I for imaginary number. Imaginary number means which is not a real number. Imaginary number. We cannot use this number in our daily life. We can only make a concept under root -5, under root -7. No use of this number. We can only imagine. Therefore, it is also called imaginary number. Okay. Now, it means the standard form of complex. Standard form of complex number. Standard form of the complex numbers. Complex number, the symbol of the complex number is C. Okay, and This is represented by simply the representation of the complex number is C, and it is defined like this way: Z such that Z is equal to A plus IB, where AB belongs to a real number and I is equal to under root minus. Okay. C is equal to Z such that Z is equal to A plus IB, where AB belongs to real number and I is equal to under root minus 1. Who gave this? Euler. What is the name of this? Iota. And I is equal to square root of minus 1. And I square means minus 1. I raised to the power 4 means plus 1. Remember this. Now this is the symbol of complex number. Here complex number is superset of real number. Means here real number is a subset of complex number. Means concept of complex number is something broad than the real number. Okay? It means if we write any complex number A plus IB, then this is the real part of complex number and represented by RE Z. Z is equal to A plus IB. The complex number is simply represented by Z and defined as A plus IB, where AB belongs to real number and I is equal to under root minus 1. So here A is equal to real part of the complex number, which is A, and B is called imaginary part of complex number, that is A. Real part of the complex number, that is A, and imaginary part of the complex number is B. Listen, real part and imaginary part, both will be real number. Real part A is also real number, B is also real number. When B is multiplied by I, that is under root minus 1, then it gives the imaginary number. Okay? And imaginary number C is something broad system than the real number system. Okay? Imaginary part B and real part S. If we write here minus 5 by 2 under root minus 1, imaginary number, or we can write here minus under root minus 5 by 2. This is also why? Because this can be written as under root 5 by 2 into under root minus 1. This can be written as under root 5 by 2 into I. This is also imaginary number. This is also imaginary number because this can be written as minus 5 by 2i. Okay? Minus 5 by 2 is what? Real number. Here under root 5 by 2 is also what? Real number. But I here also. Therefore this is imaginary number. Okay? Now every real number can be represented in the form of complex number. How? Let us see. Every real number, because we just discussed real number is subset of complex number. It means every real number is a complex number, but every complex number is not a real number. Then how we will define that real number is a complex number? Let us see. We know that standard form of the complex number is A plus IB. So first let us start from 0. 0 can be written as 0 plus I into 0. The real part is 0 imaginary part is 0, but standard form we can write like this way. So 0 is also complex number, means 0 we can represent 0 in the form of complex number. Similarly 1, how we can represent 1 plus I into 0 we can represent. 5, how we can represent 5 plus I into 0, means from here every real number can be represented in the standard form of the complex number. Get it? Now if we have this much, any complex number z is equal to a plus ib. Now if b is equal to 0, if b is equal to 0, then z is equal to what? A plus I into 0, means z is equal to a. It will be real number. It means if b is equal to 0, a plus ib standard form, if b is equal to 0, then z is equal to a, and it will be pure real number, means real. Similarly, if z is equal to a plus ib and value of a is equal to 0, then z is equal to ib. This is called pure imaginary number. Okay, so this, now reverse it. This can be written as like this way, and which is in the form of the standard form of the complex number. It means any real number can be represented in the form of complex number. Okay, and if this value a is equal to 0, then z is equal to ib. It means if there is no real number, separate real number, then this will be pure complex number. Pure complex number, pure real number. Okay, in this way we can represent any real number into complex number. If the question is z is equal to, here z is equal to minus 3 plus under root 5i, then a real part of this complex number is what? Minus 3. Imaginary part of this complex number is under root 5. Very simple. Similarly, if we write here z is equal to minus 5i, so this can be written as 0 plus 0 minus 5i. So here the real part of this complex number will be 0, and imaginary part of this complex number is equal to minus 5. Okay, like this. Now let us discuss. We already discussed about the pure imaginary number and the real number. Now we will discuss equality of two complex number. Equality of two complex number. If we have z1 and z2, two complex number, such that z1 is equal to a plus ib, where a belongs to real number and I is equal to under root minus 1, and z2 is equal to c plus id, where c and d belongs to real number and I is equal to same under root minus I. And if z1 is equal to z2, if this complex number is equal to this complex number, then this implies that a is equal to c and b is equal to d. It means from here we make one concept. What? If we have two real number, if we have two complex number equal, then their real part will be equal and their imaginary part will be also equal. Okay, the reverse of this, if a real part of two complex number and imaginary part of the two complex number is equal, then that two complex number will be equal. Real part, imaginary part of the complex number will be equal, then the complex number will be equal. Okay. Now the algebra of complex number and the other things we will discuss in our next video. Here my purpose to start this video is only for the introduction of the complex number. Okay, I am also given the PDF of mathematical induction, and I hope you will complete mathematical induction, and you should start now the complex number and mathematical induction. You should complete it now in your copy. Wait for the next video, which we will discuss algebra of the complex number and some more thing. Thank you.